Hey Tim, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. My name is John England with Elevate Digital Marketing. And I want to say, first of all, thank you to Suzette from your team who helped me get this video to you. Today I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do to bring in more customers to your business. And you may be wondering, why would I do this? And the answer is this, is that many business owners simply don't have the time to learn how to use the internet to grow their business. So by giving you this free game plan, I'm hoping that you will say, hey John, I like this, please do this for me. And so if at the end of this video you like what you hear, then please give me a call and let's set up a time where we can chat. Otherwise, you can say, hey John, I'm just going to take this and do it myself, and that's not a big deal. And I just ask that you send me some feedback on the video so I can know how I can improve. And so let's not waste any more of your time or mine and get into the 3 things that you can do to outrank your competition online. Very first thing I want to talk about is content. On your website's main page, you want to have about 1,000 to 1,500 words to make sure that you're optimized for Google. Currently, you guys have 153 words. If you look at your competitors, they have 635 words on their website. And so they are more optimized for Google. So if I come into a free tool like this is called SEO Quake. And you can see that for your website, you are ranking for Imagine, Landscape, but then this SEMrush. You're like, what's that? Well, that's the name of the tool. That's the company who owns this tool, SEO Quake, is SEMrush. And so by not having enough content, it is now ranking on your website by me just installing this tool onto Google, right? So that's why you need to make sure you have enough content on there so that little things like that won't affect how you're ranking in those Google searches. When you come over here to your competition, they're ranking for landscape, lawn care, snow services, and all these things that they would want to be ranking for, things that will help them get the customers that they need. So something to keep in mind is every month, there are over 390 searches for this term right here, landscaping, Salt Lake City. So by not being number 1, you're actually missing out on a lot of possible leads from that Google search. And when we look at the Google search, the very first thing that you see is the ad area. And a lot of people will pay for these Google ads. You can see that there's 4 of them already right here. And ads are only semi-effective. They can definitely become a money pit if they're not done correctly. And you need your ads to work with your website to make sure that it's turning around and generating the leads. And so I would actually recommend making sure that you work on your website and ranking your website, because it will bring you more traffic than simply paying for an ad. So if we come down to the next area, this is the map area of Google. And this is just simply where the businesses put their name, address, and phone number, right? But you can actually rank in this area. And that's the big thing to remember. So you might be wondering, okay, so John, how do I rank in the map area? And the answer is with what we call citations. And all this is different directories across the internet where you put in your name, address, and phone number, and make sure that that is the exact same in all these different site directories, so that you can have a little bit more power and ranking ability here. When you look at your top competition, they only have 25 citations. So that's a very beatable number. And I would recommend that you get more of these citations to make sure that you move up in this Google Map search. And I would recommend 50 to 75 citations just to make sure you blow the competition out of the water. And you can get that on places like Yelp, KSL, all kinds of different directories across the internet that will point to your website. That's the most important thing. Then below that, we get to what we call the organic search of Google, right? And this is where you want to be. This is the main area, and this is where most people are clicking to find landscaping services in the Salt Lake area. They're clicking on these websites that come up at the top. So the way you start to rank here is through what we call backlinks. And what a backlink does is it gives your website authority in the eyes of Google, because really the internet is just a popularity contest. That's what it is. And so you can get these backlinks and it will give your site more authority. So here's how a backlink works. You have site A and it's pointing at site B, and therefore it's giving some authority to to the website in the eyes of Google. But it's important that you get the right backlinks. So for example, for landscaping, it makes far more sense to get a link from Better Homes and Garden than it does to get a link from something like Pizza Hut, because you don't make pizza, you guys do things in the garden and make people's lawns look nice, right? So a link from Better Homes and Garden gives your website more authority in the eyes of Google and will bring your ranking up higher. So just to go over again the 3 things that I covered in this video. Very first is content on your website. You want to have 1,000 to 1,500 of the right keywords to make sure that you are optimized for Google. Next thing I talked about were these citations, and you want to have 50 to 75 of those to make sure you beat your competition in a landslide. And the last thing is backlinks and making sure that you have more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google that you are the authority of landscaping in the Salt Lake area. So if you implement these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. So now what? Well, you can either go with this information and do it yourself, and if you do, that's totally cool with me. However, if you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself time, you can give me a call at 801-920-7931. Again, my name is John, and my number is 801-920-7931, and I hope to hear from you. Have a great day.